Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another episode of Volunteer Patrol. So we're doing directed patrol for the NBA All-Stars that was in town several years ago. And it was directed patrol. We were, a lot of the officers were assigned to basically area patrol. A lot of people that brought in tons of people to the area. Again, it's kind of the touristy area around the convention center. The road is known I Drive, International Drive. A lot of hotels, a lot of SeaWorld right in the area, Disney as well as Universal and stuff. So during the All-Star, NBA All-Stars, we were directed to be a presence. And I got to do quite a bit of cool things with that. Some I really can't go in detail with, but just because of the VIP experience that I was able to get. But one of the coolest things that I was able to do was we were directed to go to it's called their Safety Village. It's a non-profit. And they do all kinds of different things for kids and stuff. They have an indoor swimming pool, just all kinds of different things, and it's called the Children's Safety Village. Very cool. They do just tons of cool things. Well, part of the NBA All-Stars is they are required to do service projects. Not many people know that. It's more or less a photo op opportunity for the All-Stars or for the players, but they're out there turning wrenches and hammering nails and throwing bags of mulch and stuff. In this particular situation, that's what they were doing. They helped to build a new playground for this safety village, and they brought in the pieces, and obviously they have professionals on hand to, where does pieces go, this piece and that piece, so forth and so forth. But a lot of the NBA All-Stars were there. Now, I don't really follow basketball. I do follow the Orlando Magic, and that's probably about it. And obviously, you know who your well-known players are. You have Kobe Bryant, Howard, and Lebron James. Just to name a few that I can name off right off the top of the head. Anderson, stuff like that. So I don't really know who I'm all around. I Dwight Howard, if you really couldn't tell who he looks like outside, and when they're not in their uniform, they look totally different. Well, anywho, they're doing these different things. Well, part of it is they provided lunch for all of us, all the volunteers, all of the NBA All-Stars, and they had to break it down in shifts. Obviously, not everybody can go take lunch at the same time. So I got to finally go, and I am in line behind an obvious basketball player, much taller than I am, and I'm 6'2", 6'3", and this guy was towering over me. And again, I couldn't tell you who any of these people are. I don't know their names. And with them not being any type of uniform or jersey, I couldn't tell you who they are, who they play for. So I'm standing behind this guy, and he engages me in conversation, and we are. He's ordering his food. I believe all they had was hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. So we were, chips and something else, drink, and he orders, I believe, a hot dog, and I believe he actually had a hamburger too. And nothing special. I mean, this was cooked, I believe, by the Safety Village provided. It wasn't like it was gourmet, or wasn't brought in by a real big, well-known, Five Guys or one of those prevalent restaurants. It was all grilled. It's like a little concession stand, basically. Grabbed my food, the gentleman in front of me grabbed his, and we we were still engaged in conversation, talking, and having a great time. And we sit down and we start eating our food, and he's starting to detail how he loves hot dogs and really appreciates the American food and the cheeseburgers, and just he loves a good old hot dog and a cheeseburger. And we laughed and continued talking, and we shook hands and said, "Have a great day and stay safe, sir." And then we went our separate ways. He went back to doing what he was doing, and I went back to what I was doing. So the only thing I got from that was, I said, "Man, this guy looks just very, very, very old." I said, or older, I guess I should say. I said, "He didn't really look young." And I said, he had kind of tattoos everywhere. And so I go back to my full-time job much later on, and I'm talking to a guy who adores Miami. Came from the Miami area, loves the Miami Heat, and we got to talking about the All-Stars, all the cool things that I got to do, and all the cool people I got to see, and I started telling them the story. I said, "Yeah," I said, "I was on this tall gentleman, and we engaged in conversation about food and how he loves this and that." And I said, "The only thing I could take away from it," I said, "is he looked a lot older than everybody else." And he goes, "Wait a second." Starts describing. He said he had a bunch of tattoos on his arms. "Yeah, if I remember so." And I guess he started describing these features to me. I said, yeah, that's exactly who I was talking to. He said, and he just sunk. He goes, "Are you kidding me? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Who did I meet?" He goes, "That was LeBron James. You sat down and had lunch with LeBron James. Are you kidding me? You didn't know who he was, and you didn't get his autograph?" He was very upset with me. He goes, "That was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity just to be able to eat with somebody, have a plain Jane burger and hot dog, and enjoy each other's company, and be the coolest experience that I ever got." LeBron was one of the coolest people that I've ever met. And I'll never forget that opportunity. I'll never forget that. So if you're watching this, LeBron, I don't know if you remember me. I was the white officer that was there at the All-Star community service project that you were doing. But just a very cool story, and I'm glad I was afforded the opportunity to do that. So hope you guys liked that story, and continue to watching and subscribe to catch more of these videos, these patrol videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.